Hello, everybody. Welcome to the mics. This is the first. Yep, there you go. The mics. That's Mike Peters. I'm Mike Pergola. This is the first episode ever, and we hope to bring you one every week. We're going to be doing golf picks. And then as we get later into it, we'll be able to start doing NFL picks, and then we'll just talk about random shit, whatever the hell we want to do. Stocks, Bitcoin, whatever it might be. We'll just keep pumping out episodes, as you can see. Mike is very motivated. Anything to say, Mike, before we get into this?
I'm just, I guess, down to make the audience bread. I guess that's what our purpose is.
Exactly.
You make the audience bread.
That's what we're here for. Yep, absolutely. To make you guys some bread. All right, so this week is the Travelers course. The Travelers, one of my favorite tournaments up in Connecticut, actually pretty close to where we live. I probably shouldn't say that unless there's some mass murderer watching this show. So the course is TPC River Highlands, the par 70. So only two par fives, only 6,800 yards, second shortest course on tour. Keep that in mind. The greens are bent grass and a little bit of POA mixed in, and it's a Pete Dye course. So visually there's going to be some little
some water,
especially for the tee box. Definitely some water. Yes, absolutely.
17 green, have water. Every Pete Dye course.
Yes, definitely.
Got we have the water, and you got water on 17.
Yep, 17's a big one. 17's where people win or lose the tournament usually. A lot of guys go in that drink. So now we have a pretty key stat, I would say. So there's 8 par fours between 400 and 450 yards. So with that, guys that are driving the ball 300 plus, they're going to be hitting a lot of wedges into these greens. Obviously, at hole 15, the drive a par 4. Speaking of water, 15, you go left, you're dead. And so with those stats, distance off the tee is obviously going to be critical, but really you see random guys pop through all the time. Last year, Brandon Todd was up on the leaderboard. He hits the ball like 160 yards off the tee, so you really could win anyway, but there's definitely advantage for guys who hit their driver far, and then you got to put the ball close with your wedges, period. Inside of 150 yards is going to be critical this week, and there are definitely a few guys that do that in this field. So we like to use fantasy.
Right? Big iron course here, right? Irons?
Yes, irons and wedges, absolutely. So we like to use Fantasy National. I'm sure some of you have heard of it. The stat model. So the model I created, so we're weighting strokes gained off the tee, strokes gained approach, par 4 scoring from 400 to 450, strokes gained putting, specifically on Bermuda and POA, opportunities gained, and then proximity from 100 to 125 and 125 to 150. And oddly enough, the guy that comes out number 1 in this ranking is actually in between the 50 to 100, 50 to 101 on the odds board. So we'll get to that in a little bit. We'll start with 25 to 1 and under. So for those odds this week, those go as follows. These are coming from Bet365 on odds checker. So the two favorites tied at 14 to 1 are Bryson and DJ. Casey and Cantley are at 18. Brooks is 20, and then Reed, Scheffler, and Brian Harmon are at 25 to 1. So those are the top favorites for this week. I'll tell you right out of the gate, out of these guys, I like Patrick Cantlay this week. He's playing well, and I usually like to avoid guys who played a semi-intense major, guys that were in it on the weekend. DJ had a chance on Sunday, at least early. He started with a chance. Bryson was in it. Casey made a run. Brooks was in it. Well, yeah, my point is that Cantlay was never in it. Cantlay's been playing well. He went out there, basically got good practice on a tough course, and now he's going somewhere where now he's –
Whose course?
Say it again?
What course is that? You just went the course.
TPC River Highlands.
The Nicholas course. There's one.
The Nicholas course? Memorial. Yeah. He won Memorial. He's been playing really good. Yeah, he's been playing really good. And, right now 25 to 1, Cantlay would be my pick at 18. I don't want to mess with guys who were in it from last week. All right, Mike, what do you got from this range?
Scotty Scheffler, 2,500. I think he was in it coming down the stretch at the Memorial a little bit.
He was, yeah, he was right there.
To the Paul Casey, but he just threw away the Open. What was he leading at? He wasn't leading.
He made a run, though. He did. He got the 3 under through like 9 or 10, and he doubled 2 holes already.
You got your typical Finau who's looking to throw away.
Mm-hmm.
I like Patrick Reed a lot, actually. I think I like Pat Reed.
I agree. He wasn't really in it either last week, and he's the guy that can kind of just.
He's a skillful player. especially at tricky courses like this, where he hits it at a good distance, and he likes hitting 3-wood off the tee. He's very crafty, and he's gritty on top of that. The grittiness and getting up and down all the time is going to be huge.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't count a guy like Brooks.
Yeah, well, you can never count Brooks out.
He's probably at least some sort of pissed.
Yeah.
We're calling him Brooksy every time. It's every day taking calls Brooks. He's probably some sort of mad. You might see him pop out of nowhere.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's pretty much
Apparently
all I got.
Streelman's, but I don't like Streelman.
Streelman's in that next range, so I guess we're good for this range. So Cantlay, Reed, Scheffler, those sound like the 3 guys that we're looking at for this week. I like Reed actually this week. Reed kind of due for when he hasn't won since the Farmers. I think it was like January. Which we did hit, by the way. We did hit Patrick Reed.
I like him.
Yep. All right, so we'll move on to 25 to 50. I have a few guys I like in this range. So we got Answer at 28, Streelman 33, Finau 35, Neiman 40, Bubba and English at 45, and then we have Hoffman, Henley, and Keegan, and Siegel Kim at 50. Mike, who do you like in this range?
When did Matt Wolff win?
Matt Wolff hasn't won in a while. He almost won the U.S. Open last year, and he actually came close this year. He won.
I don't know. I don't.
Where did he beat out Bryson? That was a long time ago, but he won the 3M. I think it was a 3M where he hit that putt against Bryson for eagle on 18. It was sick. He's clutch, man. And he took like a leave of absence for like some mental thing. He said he was like trying to please too many fans. I don't know what the fuck was going on, but he came back at the U.S. Open and he was sick. Like he played legit in this course. He's ripping his driver. He's got a lot of shots from 100, 125. Then when he gets hot, he can blow a field out of the water. So that could be a pretty good pick too.
I don't know about here because it's a lot of wedges, and I hate his wedge game.
Yeah, he's more of an iron guy.
I hate with his wedges. He honestly shouldn't take it outside with the wedges. He should understand, I don't know, that you want to have a steep swing and you want to kind
Ferris wheel. Yeah,
keep it out.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, Spieth is, outside to inside just because that's how you traditionally want to hit your wedges. And when you take it outside off the get-go, that means you're coming inside on the way down. And his wedge game isn't very strong, and I'm pretty sure that's a result of that, is that inside swing is going to screw him up. So if you're saying you like wedges here a lot, which I agree with, I don't think Matt Wolff's a good pick.
Yeah, Wolff is 93rd in the field from proximity to 100 to 125. So in that range, he's not hitting the ball well at all. Granted, he hasn't been playing good, period, but you're right. He generally isn't that great wedge player.
His wedge
he's been struggling too.
Bad.
Yeah, if he's hitting a lot of wedges, yeah, you're right. He could. And the thing is, you're going to have to shoot 15 under, 17 under. The last 3 winners, DJ was 19, Ches Reavie was 17, Bubba was 17. So you're going to have to go pretty low.
Yeah.
So
you need like a long course for him to play well at.
That U.S. Open style course, exactly. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree.
Bubba Watts. I would like Bubba over Matt Wolff just because he was relevant this week.
Not just that. Bubba's won the tournament, I think, twice, maybe 3 times. Bubba's won this a few times. Bubba won 3 years ago. I think he's won 3 times, actually. Yeah, he loves this course. And when he gets the Bubba track, man, he lights them up because he just has his weird angles that he hits it at, and it just fits his eye. So
I like Bubba here.
Mm-hmm.
Ricky Fowler.
Where is Ricky? Ricky is at 60, but he's actually on 50 at a lot of books. So, yeah. He's 50 at Skybet, Will Hill, Betfair. Yeah, he's 50 at a lot of places. I mean, he was actually playing kind of decent before he missed the U.S. Open. Like, he was playing decent. I don't know. I don't trust Ricky to bet him. I need to bet Ricky at 100 to 1 if I'm going to take him. Especially in this type of field that's much stronger.
This is too big of a tournament for him, I guess.
Yeah. He needs like the Rocket Mortgage, like something with a low field, because he's not playing. He hasn't played himself in 2 years.
Yeah.
That's what he needs. Something like some shitty field where he's like 16-1. Yeah, exactly.
Let's go.
Yeah, I like a few guys in this range. I like my pick to win is probably in this range.
Keegan Bradley. I can't believe here. He's playing weirdly good.
Who? You broke up at the beginning though. What'd you say?
Keegan Bradley playing pretty good this year.
He is. Where did Keegan almost win? Where the hell was that? Was it Riviera? Oh, no, it was Valspar where Sam Burns beat him. But no, Keegan's striking the shit out of the ball, and I'm pretty sure he has a good track record here too. I'm pretty sure. He's 36th overall in my little thing. Only problem with Keegan is that it's mostly from off the tee. He struggles from that like 100, 125, and he's almost dead last in the field at par fours between 400 to 450. So it might not be the greatest fit for him, but I think he has a decent history here, but I'm not sure. Don't hold me to that. So this range, I have one of my winning picks probably too. I'm definitely going to be betting Tony Finau. He's playing good still. He's third in my model. He plays good at this course. I think he's a great pick. And talk about someone who's due for a friggin' win. I mean, this guy's got to get it done eventually. So I'll roll with Finau at 28 to 1. Although Russell Knox, where is Russell Knox on here?
Russell Henley.
Oh, I think Russell Knox. I'm like, what the fuck? Henley's still crying probably in bed after that fucking choke job on Sunday. That was ugly, man. Like, he didn't have it on Sunday. I can't get behind him this week.
It's a guy you're going to stay away from because he was just in it.
I'll probably bet against him in matchups. I don't want guys that just geared up all that mental and physical load to try and win that U.S. Open or just be within 5 or 6 of the lead on Sunday, and now they have to gear up for the Travelers. I think it's just a bad spot. I'd rather guys who, like, made the cut, got a couple, like, shitty practice rounds in. And
yeah, but wouldn't it make it feel easier if they're in that scenario again? They probably feel less pressure being that they just screwed it up at a U.S. Open.
I think it's more if you get to that position again. Yeah, but I think it's more. I'd be more scared of a guy like Bryson or Brooks, who's now like they're just feeling it and they just show up and lap the field. I'd be more worried about one of them doing it than a guy who just brought his A game for a weekend, where the tournament that he had the most preparation, the most mental stress, all that type of stuff, and now it's just a way lower scale tournament now to get geared up for like that. He just made $800,000. So I mean, I don't think he's too like, yeah. I'll probably pick on him actually with matchups with some other guys. But no, Finau, and I like Joaquin Niemann a lot. Niemann struck the living shit out of the ball. The guy couldn't make a putt, and I am a sucker for guys who just hit the ball. If this guy's going fairway green all day, and how far he drives the ball, I'll bet on the putter at 40 to 1. 40 to 1 on Bet365. Bet365 is giving generous numbers across the board. Most of them have Niemann 35, 33, 35. I see a 30 here. Finau, they have 35 on Bet365, which is 28 everywhere else. So Niemann and Finau would be my two picks in this range. I like Answer. I like Cam Smith, who I actually didn't say because he was 55 on Bet365, but he's 45 everywhere else and a couple of 50s. I like Cam Smith because he's a great wedge player. He's got to keep that driver straight. And these fairways, compared to the tour average, are hit on a much higher rate. So they're a little bit wider, a little easier to hit. So if his driver's just okay, and he's got a bunch of wedges into greens, he's a great putter and a great short game player. So he could go low. So I like Cam Smith also. So the two guys I'm definitely betting are going to be Finau and Niemann, and there's a pretty good chance I take Cam Smith too. Anything else in this range, Mr. Pete?
Nah, I got Ricky Fowler's the last guy I wanted to bring up. Nah, I got to load up more of the field.
All right. So we'll move to 50 to 100. So Ricky
Rose plus.
Oh, we didn't mention Rose, did we? Is Rose in his range? Where do you see Justin Rose? Oh, there he is.
Plus
he's in this next one. Yeah, he's 66. So Ricky's 60, but really he's 50. It looks like Burns, Rose, Higo, Molinari, 66. Na 70, Homa, Scott 80, Philly Mick, Poulter, Lee Staddy, Grillo, Doc Redman, Jason Day, Wise, Todd 90, Stuart Sink 90, Tringali 100, Ortiz 100, excuse me. Tringali 110, but he's 66 everywhere else, so we're calling him 66. And that's pretty much it for the 100 to 1. Oh, Kyle Stanley's also 100 to 1. So that's the range from 50 to 100, and this is the range that had the guy who popped up number one.
What about Migliozzi?
I love him, dude. Everyone's betting him this week. I'm definitely taking him. No doubt about it. Guido? I'm taking Guido. Yeah, I already bet Guido. I bet him at 90. He was 90 in my book. My odds get slashed, but I already took him. And I'm probably going to take Sam Burns also just because he's number one in my thing. He's number 3 off the tee, number 2, par 4s, 400 or 450, top 20 in proximity from 100 to 125, 125 to 150. third in opportunities game, meaning he's converting his birdies. He's 20th strokes game putting on these greens. He putts a lot better on these bent grass poa greens than he would on, let's say, Bermuda. He sees these greens. He sees these reeds better. He has a better feel for them. So if he's got his putter going and he's hitting the ball like he's been doing these last few rounds, I think it's last 24 rounds, yeah, he can be a threat this week. And he's another guy who missed the cut. He hit the ball good, couldn't make a putt. So he's a guy I definitely look to bet on in this range.
I like Stuart Sink.
Gotta love Stuart Sink. How could you not? He's got his son on the bag. How could you not love Stuart Sink?
He's been playing good all year. I think he might have 2 wins under his belt or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
2 wins in the last – I don't know. He popped up out of nowhere, won a tournament, and then 4 months later, I feel like he got another one.
Yeah, where did he won by like
another
5,
older guy, Phil Mickelson, cannot overlook Phil. He's a Masters champion now. And he was still sort of in it before.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, major.
What do you think Adam Scott this week?
He can even putt this year. He's putting so well. Getting off the tee, just bombing it.
Yep, hitting his bums. Whatever the hell that formula was that he came up with. It's fucking working.
Is this course in his yard? I feel like it is.
Yeah.
The Kiz.
The Kiz. Kisner. He's been so shitty all year, man. I used to always bet Kisner, but I don't know, man. Where is he on this list? 125, he's 125, 100, 150. I don't know, man. Does the Barstool fucking golfer step up this week? Does he make it happen at the Travelers? Where is he? How's he playing? I feel like he's not playing good. That's my only problem with Kisner right now. That he's not. Oh, wow. Kisner actually is playing really good right now. Kisner's top 15, 125 to 150. He's 50th, which isn't great. Dude, he's playing good right now. He's top 10 par 4s, 400 to 450, last 24 rounds. He's not great off the tee, but he's in the top half of the field and everything. He's 14th total for my thing. I think he's $7,100 on DraftKings, so that's an interesting one, actually. Damn. You could probably find him at upwards of 150. That's what it's showing on a couple of these books. So, yeah, Kiz is a good one. Let's see what else I got down here. Grillo, Emiliano Grillo. He's
Chase.
Who?
Chase Koepka.
Chase Koepka, the brother of Brooks. He probably belongs on the fucking Corn Ferry Tour, honestly. That fucking bum. If his last name wasn't Koepka, he would never play in these tournaments. But we like Chase Koepka.
We like Chase Koepka.
I'll tell you, I like Tringali and Grillo, these little two right here. These two guys, they're both sitting at like 90. I believe Tringali's 90. Although I never bet Emiliano Grillo because he talked about I can't putt, but he's hitting the shit out of the ball right now. And Tringali always hits the shit out of the ball. And he's always in the fairway. And he hits good wedges. And he's a streaky putter, so he can get hot. So those are two guys I like in that range too. You kind of sold me with Kisner, dude. I did not know he was playing that good. If he's just hitting fairways, he can just be poking little wedges in there.
That's what he does as a kid.
I like that. Maybe a little first round leader. He comes out for one round and brings it. I don't know. Kisner's interesting right now.
William McGirt.
What is he, 500 to 1? William McGirt. What do you think of these two guys? 80 to 1, Scott and Homa. I'm a sucker for Homa, and Adam Scott, honestly. But I don't know. I was looking at some things. Scott is not playing. I agree, but like he's really not playing good actually. See, like he's 50, he's 9th in strokes gained putting. Like that's not holding up. He's not like his 120th from 125 to 150. Jesus. Strokes gained approach, he's 97th in the field. He's got 152 guys by the way. So that's
Bo Osler.
Bo Osler. Does he still wear the visor? Oh Jesus. Bo Osler. Dude, he's horrible at everything. Wasn't he like a top college guy? Like, wasn't he like one of those like phenoms coming out like a top prospect?
Everybody less than what they are somehow.
Yeah. Yeah, he fucking sucks, man. 105, 100 to 125, 125 to 150, 138. 148th approaching. He's almost dead last, so he's nothing. What else in his range you got from 50 to 100 right now? I'm probably not going to touch Scott and Homa. Molinari's playing good. Molinari, I can get behind if he's hitting his fairways because these last few rounds, he played good at the U.S. Open again. I mean, he might be back. I mean, these numbers don't really show it, but I mean, he's been playing decent. He hit the fairways, made a streaky putter also, and he's a really good wedge player when he's playing good. So maybe him at 66. But right now, I'm looking at Burns. Burns, Tringali.
What's up with Burns? Why do you like Burns?
Because Burns is I love Burns because he's a talented player, first of all. And he's playing good. Like, he's number one in the thing. So, and he's 66 to 1. I almost have to take him. Off the tee, he's third. So he hits the ball far and he's hitting the fairway clearly. So he's going to be playing his wedges. He's top 20 in both wedge categories. He's number 2 in the field, 400 to 450 yard par fours. His problem is sometimes he just can't putt. And right now he putts good on these greens. He's 21st in the field putting on bent grass and POA. So I think Burns, and he won't be that popular, I don't think. I haven't heard a lot of buzz about Sam Burns this week. I think that he might be a good pick this week. I really think so. He's another guy. He hit the ball well last week, missed the cut.
Or anything.
I think Burns, I'm definitely going to bet. Burns and Tringali are probably my 2 picks in this range. And I'll probably wind up taking Grillo because he's high on my thing too. But those are probably my 3 for this range. Garrett Higo. I have a soft spot for him after 2 weeks ago, but I don't know if he can win here again. He'll probably play good, though. So he doesn't have enough rounds to show up on this thing, but he'll probably play good. All right, let's move on to the final range. Then we'll give some just picks that from all the ranges combined. I'm not going to read them off because there's about 100 guys in here, so I'll just pick the 2 guys I like. Guido, I'm definitely taking because if he does win, I'm not missing out on 100 to 1 on this guy. Shez is a former winner, so I guess you got to take him seriously. Brendan Steele and Taylor Gooch, these 2 guys both hit the ball far and straight. So guys that hit the driver well and are going to be poking wedges around, I'm pretty sold on. Gooch isn't hitting his wedges well right now. Gooch really isn't doing anything too well right now besides his putter. But when he is playing good, he is really good with his driver. So Gooch I can get behind. I think he's really good with his driver. I don't watch a lot of Taylor fucking Gooch, so I don't know. But from what I remember in my head, he is. Brandon Steele's playing like horseshit. Maybe that's why I keep losing money because I keep betting him. He's not playing good, so forget those 2 guys, actually. Forget what I just said. I don't want guys that are playing like shit right now, even though Steele's played good here before. Guido's my only pick down here, and Chris Kirk, and one more guy. Where'd he go? And Munoz. Okay, so my 3 picks in this range right now: Guido, Kirk, Munoz. I don't know why people have Kirk at 150 to 1. I mean, the guy's still playing good. He's a top 20 machine for me all year. And Munoz was getting all that buzz in the beginning of the year, started to struggle. Now he's playing really well again. And he's getting 150 to 1 where he can just rip his driver and hopefully make a few putts, and he could be in it. So those are my 3 for this range.
I like Guido, man. That's all I'm going to say for that. I like Guido.
Yeah, he's going to be popular. Mm-hmm.
I can't really find the range right now.
Oh, you don't have it up yet?
There's Guido.
Evie.
Like,
oh, and Kisner, too. I forgot about him. 150.
Luke.
Where's Luke List on here? He's interesting because he can hit his driver a mile. How's Mr. List playing? What is he doing? Ooh. Luke List is playing pretty freaking good right now. Top 10 off the tee. Top 25 in approach. Number 1 in the field opportunities gained. So he's converting. And he's top 15 from inside of 125 yards. Not great, 125 to 150, but he's hitting the ball. If he's playing a 420-yard hole, he rips one 310 yards, which he usually does. He's in the range. So keep the gap wedge in his hand, keep the pitching wedge out of his hand, I guess. But no, List is 22nd total. He's interesting, man. What is he sitting at? He's sitting at $150 right now. 150 to 1. There's some guys here. Doug Ginn, I was betting for a while, but he really can't play. He'll freaking make you put your hair out. He gets the shit of the ball too.
It's almost about time, by the way.
Yeah. All right, you want to wrap this up?
Eat it up quick, yeah, but I don't got too much time left.
Yeah, I got to get up early tomorrow. See, we have jobs, guys. We're middle-class citizens. So we got to get up in the
That's
morning.
why we gotta
All right.
spread ourselves, hop on the train. We gotta beat the shore. We gotta do all that shit. Gotta do all that
Yep.
shit.
Got to work our 9 to 5s. So let's just do some picks. Who do you got for this week, Mike? Just all the ranges.
I like Kevin Kisner. Luke List, now that I just heard how good he's playing. So Kevin Kisner, Luke List, Patrick Reed. Kevin Kisner, Luke List, Patrick Reed, and Stewie Sink, and Phil Mickelson, just to have 5.
All right.
So I got
sounds
2
good.
old savvy vets in there. Shorter course, more savviness. Luke List, Fells makes a W, and that seems to me like that sense works out. So Luke List, negative, positive W. I like Luke. I do like Guido. If I had a 6-man, who's that 6-man for the Spurs? Manu Ginobili. Manu Ginobili of this tournament, the Travelers, would be Guido.
Guido Migliozzi.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I think that's up. I think, if I'm going to do one pick, just one, Patrick Reed.
Yeah.
Patrick.
I agree.
I'm going to
He
say
can
Pat.
win. All right. So I'm debating betting Cantlay. His odds might be too short. We'll see. I'm definitely betting Finau. Finau, Neiman, Smith. Those 3 I'm going to be on. Burns, I'm going to be on. Tringali, I'm going to be on. Migliozzi is going to be on. And I may take one of those bombs, the Munoz, Kirk, Kisner range. But those are definitely going to be my 6. Finau, probably going to be my 6. Finau, Neiman, Smith, Burns, Guido, and then maybe a bomb. We'll post these final ones on our Twitter. It's just the mics for the handle. So please follow us and please subscribe to our YouTube page. And that's pretty much it. We will see you all next week.